critic. I put like all my life's work into this. But here we go. So you're supposed to find a rectangular coordinate of points P, -2, 4, whatever. So basically, like what I did was like first, like I put this like on a like rectangular like coordinate plane. So like basically, it's gonna look like here, and like so you plot -2 like on the x-axis, obviously. So it would be like -2, and then this is your 4, like that, and like then so it's basically like a quadrant 2 triangle, or like kind of like what you want to call it, but you'll have to fix that later. And then so you have this, and so like you need to find like the magnitude, like that. So it's like, so obviously finding the magnitude would like, so root v basically would be like root v, that is like the square root of x plus y, which is like 4 plus 16, which is b equals root 20 or 2 root 5. And like considering it's one second. Okay, so like, in our notes, like here when it talks about the symmetry, basically like as you can see, you'll have like a negative r, and your like theta will be negative. So like basically your magnitude for like whichever specific coordinate that you have will be like negative for like this in like the initial position. So it's so like our initial one here, just right initial, is like radius, since radius is one second, you can't see what I'm doing. Radius is equal to magnitude, so it's like whatchamacallit. So it'd be like negative again, this is like with the whole symmetry thing, negative like 2 root 5. And then this is for the initial, like with the -2, 4 line, like as in just as itself. And then you go in your calculator, which I'm also getting out now. Yay, calculator. Wrong thing. Don't look at that. Okay, here we go. Clear. So, to find your theta value of something, you're gonna do the inverse tangent of b divided by a, which is basically like the inverse tangent of -2. So you'll do that, and then you'll do -2. Oh, and also make sure it's in radian mode. So like I read in degree, make sure it's in radian. And so then you press enter, and you'll get -0.11 basically. So this is basically -1.1 radians. So let's look at 1a. It says we should find the theta value between 0 and 2 pi. And like in order to make the problem easier, you want to put this in like basically like radian formation. So like basically make it into decimals. So it'd be 0 theta in between 2 times 3.14, which is 6.28. And so like basically when we look at that, we see that the initial doesn't fit. But like, so we see that the initial doesn't fit, so we see that that doesn't work, so we can't put that on there. But what we can do is, since we know, this is from like a previous lesson, that like this basically is, the calculator is showing the radian value of like here of at this theta angle, this is what that is. You have to add 180 or otherwise 3.14 radians in order to get it here, which is kind of where we want it in a way for this problem for part A. So basically what you'll put in your calculator is that in order to get it here, in order to get it right there, you need to add basically 3.14. So then we'll do answer plus 3.14 and you'll get 2.03. So your radius value will be, see how I did this, Facebook. I want to say that it's on here. Yeah, so since it's there again, as we talked about, basically it's going to be a negative radius, so it'd be negative 2 root 5, comma, your new theta value, which is 2.03. Okay. So now, again, we know that there's another value, and this will be with positive pi, I think. So the way I did this, I think, when I calculated this, is that I think I added pi again to basically find it again in this position. I mean, I added 2 pi to negative 1.11 in order to get it in that position, but just as a positive radian angle for 2 pi. So basically what you do is you're negative 1.11 plus 6.28, which is 2 pi, just to find in the same position, and you'll get 5.17. And then I can't remember why I made it positive 2 root 5, but it was actually for a good reason. I just can't remember why I did that. I think I should remember why I put it there. I don't know, but it's positive for some reason. I just can't think of it. Why? Anyway. Oh wait, let me send you a quick Facebook message to let you know that I'm doing this for you. Hold up. Or computer, you can do whatever the hell you want to. Excellent. Trying to see why I did that again. Trying to see. Well, let me see. Okay, so, I kind of been thinking about this as I'm doing it, and I realized, when you have, a polar coordinate, it goes that way. So I'm thinking, you're, a negative 2 root 5, and then it just becomes positive again. But I know I did it for a reason, and, when I remember, I will surely message that to you, but I just can't remember right now. So, now, let's go on to part B. Oh. Excuse me? I'm not doing a full problem set video. Anyway, so let's do part B. 3.14 theta 3.14. I'm assuming you understand how I got that. So, now we look at our theta values and we realize that we can use the initial value because it is within that kind of nonsense. So we go back and we're like, oh, we can use this. So negative 2 root 5, negative 1.1, which is like what we initially had. So yay, that's good. And that, oops, excuse me. And then we can do, hold up a second. Hold up. Oh, I'm stupid. I'm so stupid. Oh my goodness, I'm so stupid. Okay. The radius isn't negative. I was just being dumb. The radius is not negative. Scratch that. Scratch that. Scratch. This is positive. No, this is, never mind. This one stays negative because you're adding, you like added pi. I don't know why I'm being dumb. But that's positive 2.5. That's negative. I'll just have to remember why I put the positive in it because I just can't remember it now. But there's that, and then. But then we see like this 2.03 will fit in with that value. So like then that's why this will be like a negative. You can add negative 2 root 5 from 2.03. So when I was explaining on Facebook that you use the same thought process, it basically like it ends up being pretty easy like after a while. So now let's go on to part C. So then like obviously again you do the math for this. If it's like 3.14 times 4, you get 12.56. So like these values are between 12.56 and like, yeah. So now we can use like, now this one is like, this is the part where like it seems like it's not easy, but it really is. So now let's look all our values. So again, we can't use the initial one because it's lower than 0. But we can use this to negative 2 root 5 and the 2.03 one. So it goes like negative 2 root 5, 2.03. You can use the 2 root 5, 5.17. And like basically out of what we use, that's what you can use as of right now. And now, since you can do that, all you need to do is add 2 pi in order to get like the other values within that range. So like add 2 pi to the 2.03 and you'll get negative 2 root 5, 8.31. And then this one, like add again 6.28 and you'll get 2 root 5, 11.45. That looks dumb. But, like, basically that's how you do number 1. Since I am feeling generous and I'm not that tired yet, I will do number 2. Let me respond to this real quick. You are so annoying. Why you? Okay. So let me send this number 1 to you right now and then like do the other ones later, or like let me message you really quickly.